My name is Daniel Rossi Keene. I'm the Executive Director of RiverWise. We're a county-wide initiative aimed at getting folks thinking about the future of our region through the lens of our rivers. We think that enduring change and regional movement will only occur insofar as we're able to connect to, everyday folks who've been around for generations in our region. And so we work super hard to get into the community, to understand our assets. We want communities to come together, to rally around a shared or common identity, start thinking about themselves as something unified in vision and in purpose. But we think that doing that requires a kind of thoughtful, creative disposition. And so we've lit onto this idea of wisdom as central to what we do. We want to steward the resources that we have in ways that are thoughtful, that are creative, that are kind, that are generous. And so for people who live here and have a vested interest in this place and who raise their children here and who invest in this place, not to be involved in that process in some substantial way, I think that's dangerous. It leaves on the table so many opportunities for creating a richer, fuller, more vibrant community life. And I want to see that. I want to participate in that. I want to challenge folks to engage in that process. So practically speaking, what does that look like? We've been having a series of engagements around the county. We say, you as a resident are a valuable voice in this community. Help us dream with you about what the future should look like. Maybe that's water, maybe that's mobility, maybe that's food.
My name is Dave Slobodnik. I'm a farmer by trade. I am the student farm educator at Penn State Beaver. The conversations began about 3 years ago of what it would look like to have a nonprofit focused on advocating for the local food system in Beaver County. Rivertown Food Alliance was birthed out of those community conversations, equipping local individuals and organizations with the tool, literally the tools to do that. That's what our RiverWise grant is about, is creating a community tool shed. I think we're trying to create opportunity for everybody.
My name is Hannah Schrouder. I'm watershed specialist at the Beaver County Conservation District. I'm doing the stream cleanup. If people would understand that them doing something this small and be willing to put forth this effort to help the greater good. I hope that that's how the world starts going, is that people want to contribute more and volunteer and help clean up these streams, because along the line somewhere that could end up close to their home.
The middle of the country is connected to right here because of the way the streams flow into bigger streams, into the Ohio, into the Mississippi. And so it's all connected. I like the idea that the way that the land is connected should be the way that the people are connected. Got to bust through those dams, those walls that we built up.
My name's Hap Wittrick. We got a little group out here we call the Friends of the Welcome Space at Homewood Falls. I enjoy connecting people to it, not just individuals, but the organizations too.
So I'm Kelly Burgos Harper, and I'm one of the founding board members of the Monaca Community Development Corporation. We want all the people who live here to do well. We want the kids who are growing up here to do well. We want people to feel like this is a place that they can spend their life, raise their kids, and have great opportunities, not only for work, but also for play.
I am Renee Soar, and I'm with Mycelia Development, and we decided to put what has now become a cultural life and arts center called the Portobello Building. But one of the most exciting things to us about this building is not just that it will bring this cultural life, but that the building itself is going to be green. So we're hoping to capture all the storm water that comes off of our building, recycle that and reclaim that water, and use it to wash the floors in the pottery studio. It's taking the heat from these kilns, reclaiming that heat and reusing it throughout the building.
I'm Dave Blair, and I decided that when I retired I was going to do my best to show, first of all, net zero houses are possible in Pennsylvania. Second thing, they don't have to cost way more than normal. And third, as much as I could about how to do it.
We are now reading our meters automatically via Wi-Fi. We then installed a leak detection system throughout the borough. We are putting nodes on our street lights, our LED street lights, that'll provide us the ability to dim these lights for greater energy conservation.
To be asking about how to steward resources like water, how to steward resources like energy. I mean, these are things that would never have made any sense in Beaver County 100 years ago, right? And here we are, forging a new path.
We want to set ourselves and our communities up for success with resources and with the know-how, and sharing that knowledge, create spaces to share that knowledge. That's a hope of Rivertown Food Alliance.
We should be sharing our lives. We should be helping others. And to see that community pull together in any way and accomplish something positive, that's got to be smiles for everyone, right? It's definitely smiles for me.
I think most of the problems that we have are a result of us not quite seeing each other. And if we're stepping up to truly love each other and love our communities on this small level, I have to think that translates to a larger scale.
Thinking about how to steward what is in front of us in healthy and beautiful ways. Thinking about how to steward that in ways that we're going to be proud of. What I want to give to my 4 children as the legacy of my work and my life story.
There's my grandchildren. That's why I did it. Not just for mine, but everybody's grandchildren. We can change everything if we want to.
You know, we have an opportunity to step into something that is constantly evolving. You know, we have this river of change that is Beaver County. How are we gonna author that story together? How are we going to step into that constantly changing flow and produce something together that we're proud of, that feels like something that ought to endure? That for me is the question. That's the question that I want our communities to get behind answering for themselves. I want, as a region, to think about those things. In the midst of this river of change, we have an opportunity to say, here's who we are, here's what we want to become. We're working on that together, however imperfectly. We are creating the future that we want to be living together.
So the streams and the rivers of our area can be, great tools to teach those kinds of lessons. I think that's RiverWise. That's being RiverWise.